Welcome to English Vocabulary. Let's get started with the list.
Not a little.
Let's try it in a sentence. It was not a little puzzling. Next example. Still he was smiling, if not a little painfully now. Another example. I'm puzzled, a bit worried, and not a little peeved that this should be the case.
Majorly.
Extremely.
Example. The 10-course meal was luxurious and abundant, and majorly outdone. Another example. So, majorly tired, I'm trying to catalogue the day. Let's check another sentence. Don't let this week's majorly stubborn vibes make you resistant to information about new ways of doing things.
Quare and.
Extremely.
For example, it'll be quare and awkward for us all. Next example. He's quare and sensible too. Another example. She's quare and handsome, no wonder they set their hearts on her.
Ever so/such.
Very much.
For instance, I would be ever so chuffed if everyone reading this just leaves a comment. Next example. I feel ever so slightly guilty lighting up when someone's next to me eating. Let's check another sentence. I am ever so grateful.
Nothing if not.
Above all.
For instance, Wallace, nothing if not versatile, acted and sang in whatever came his way with the same blissful, heedless hedonism with which he had rejected the chance of becoming a lawyer. Let's check another sentence. A mention should also go to the local participants who ensured that we were all made welcome in their city, and some of whom ensured that our evenings were nothing if not eventful. Let's check another sentence. They are nothing if not frank about their ideological orientation.
Devilishly.
Extremely.
For example, in fact, recording locales are devilishly difficult to determine. Next example. I'd be frightening were I not so devilishly adorable, and totally unhand that rocks the cradle like. Let's check another sentence. These are devilishly difficult articles to write.
Drastically.
Extremely.
Let's try it in a sentence. It didn't take a master brewer to see that something was drastically wrong. Let's check another sentence. The ending was drastically different from what I'd expected. Another example. His underlying view is that if we don't make a drastically new start we are doomed.
Ever so.
For example, I am ever so grateful. Another example. If I felt any kind of affection for them whatsoever, I'd be ever so much more impressed with it all. Another example. I feel ever so slightly guilty lighting up when someone's next to me eating.
Terribly.
Extremely.
For example, she is terribly frightened, no doubt sensing that she may soon be badly hurt or harmed. Next example. Although not terribly powerful on his own, he's often useful to have as part of a team. Next example. Essendon would be in a terribly strong position if there were no salary cap and no draft.
Mucho.
For example, I found a lovely bedspread in lilac and gold strips, but it was mucho expensive. Let's check another sentence. It wasn't exactly soon. And I'm mucho sorry for that. Another example. I can't help but think he's mucho rich or something.
Seriously.
Extremely.
Example. I really hope I get to. It's a scary prospect, but it could be seriously amazing. Next example. The dog tried to do some seriously extreme bouncing. Next example. If you're afraid that Usher has traded in all of his heavy guitar, you would be seriously wrong though.
What do you think of this list? Please share your opinion in the comment section below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. By the way, the photos on this video are street photography of London, and don't directly represent the topics. You can find the photographer's Instagram in the description below. If you have any suggestion for the video graphics, please let us know in the comments.